Clap your hands and stomp your feet. You're listening to the Clap Your Hands podcast, hosted by Eliot Shorr-Parks and Kyle Newbeck. Here they go.
So, game 6, it is not over yet. They still have to win one more game to successfully exercise all the demons, to get out the second round, to beat Boston, to be set up with an absolute cupcake Eastern Conference final against the Heat, more than likely, and potentially the Knicks. Like, it's all there. It is all there. So let's briefly talk about game 6. Just what are you feeling heading into it? What are your expectations? I mean, you have probably a better read on this team in a lot of ways from being around them than a lot of people. What do you expect from them? Like, what are your general thoughts on the game heading into game 6?
I'm going to tell you the same thing. You're going to hate it, but it's what I said after game 4. Like,
Maybe that's good luck then.
You go in blank slate. You can't say, hey, we threw a great punch in game 5 and that means that game 6 is just ours. Like, we won, we broke their spirit, we did this, we did that. We've seen Boston pull themselves off the mat before in previous years. They will bounce back from awful performances very quickly. They might just get, shooting variance is a thing. They might get up 53s next game, make a ton of them, and nothing else is going to matter. Like, they're that kind of team that when they run hot, they can run scorching hot. Like, Al Horford, as much as I have mocked him on this episode, is probably not going to shoot that poorly again. They will get something out of him, and they'll get more out of some of their role players. What I would say on the positive front is that the Sixers have the tailwind behind them. They have a reason to show up and say, Boston will be the quote unquote more desperate team, but the Sixers can end this. They can say, this is the end of the series. The end of the road can be in Philadelphia, and we can start preparing for an Eastern Conference Final series where we would have home court advantage. Like, that's the mentality that they will have to carry into game 6. Joel clearly is feeling better, feeling good, has his legs under him. Tyrese now, he's got confidence that he can go out there and get 30 against these guys. They should be able to go out there and get this job done. There's no reason to screw around. There's no reason to take this opportunity lightly. And I think it'll say a lot about the maturity of this team if they're able to come in and, deliver an early haymaker and maybe send Boston packing. I will also say, though, it might just be like, if you just look at the big picture of this season, the Sixers have been the better team from, December onward. Like, for so long, we've talked about 2018 and the Ben Simmons series and 2020 and like all these things. And my message to a lot of Celtics people, honestly, not even Sixers people, is like, these are two different teams from then. And even last year, like, the Celtics were sort of a version of what the Sixers are doing now, right? They were bad to start the year. People wanted to fire the coach and everything's awful. And then the Celtics from January 1st onward were the best team in basketball, go to the NBA Finals. They lose to the Warriors, but in hindsight, it was like, oh man, it was so obvious. We should have seen this coming. Well, the Sixers have been fucking great for, since December 1st. They've been an awesome elite team. And so, yeah, this performance is sort of surprising in the sense that it's not who they've been historically, but it is who they've been for the vast majority of this season. So I have high expectations for them in game 6.
I guess what I would say heading into game 6 to any of the players that are listening, I'm sure they're all listening knowing you host it. Like, guys, this is it. Like, this is the moment, right? I can speak for myself at WIP. Anytime anybody says anything good about this team, they haven't been out the second round. They haven't been out the second round. Joel shrinks when it matters. Like, all the years of it. You bring up 2018. It doesn't matter when discussing this team, but on Thursday night, like, the loss to the Hawks is going to be thought about. Joel crying after the Raptor series is going to be thought about. Harden playing poorly in past playoffs is going to be thought about. Doc blowing past playoffs. It's all there, right? All that they deal with all season. All like the lame people that brought it up when talking about Joel's MVP. All the people that couldn't enjoy this season because of those past things. You end that on Thursday. You get 2 chances to do it. But let's be real. You get Thursday night. You can, if you go there on Sunday and you win, obviously you do it then too. But Thursday night is the chance to come out and end it. Like, end it, guys. Go out, get a big lead. Joel, you're healthy. You're playing well. James, you're playing well. You go out and play well Thursday night. No one talks about games 2 and 3 anymore. Joel, you go out and dominate. No one brings up those few possessions where Horford got you in game 4, right? So this is their chance. Like, this is it, right? And I do believe that they are going to take advantage of it. I really do. I really think that this is a team that is, you said it perfectly, the tailwind is behind them. The momentum is there. They have it. It is right there to be taken. And I firmly believe that they are going to do it. So we will maybe record between now and then. We shall see. But if not, Kyle, man, we are one pod away from potentially doing an Eastern Conference Eastern Conference Final preview pod. It's wild we're here. I don't want to say it's completely us for starting the pod and all of a sudden they might actually do it, but who knows? I mean, it could be it. So do you have any other thoughts before we wrap this one up?
No, man. My only other thought is the next time we record this podcast, my home office at our new place will be set up, and
Nice.
It'll be, what a weight off my shoulders this moving stuff will be.
Moving is